1985. The Philippines was still under the administration of President Ferdinand E. Marcos, who had been in power since 1965. The nation was experiencing significant political tension, economic challenges, and growing calls for reform. The Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP, was responsible for issuing the country's coinage, which reflected the economic and cultural identity of the nation. The 1985 1 Piso coin belonged to the Flora and Fauna Series, a set of coins introduced in 1983 to replace the previous Ng Bagong Lipunan ABL series. This series aimed to showcase the country's natural heritage, featuring plants, flowers, and animals alongside notable Filipino heroes. The engraving was sharp and detailed, reflecting advances in minting technology of the period. The reverse shows the Philippine coconut palm, Cocos nucifera, a plant deeply tied to Philippine agriculture, economy, and culture. Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas encircling the top. The value 1 piso prominently at the center. The coconut tree represents the versatility and economic importance of the Philippines. Agricultural products. The coin was minted in large quantities by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and, in some cases, through contracted mints abroad for efficiency. The copper-nickel alloy was chosen for durability and resistance to corrosion in the humid, tropical climate of the Philippines. 1985. The Philippine peso faced inflationary pressures due to political unrest and a weakening economy. The value of the peso was declining compared to major foreign currencies, making coins like the 1 piso more common for everyday, small transactions rather than large purchases. At the time, Philippine peso 1 could still buy small snacks, jeepney fares, or a loaf of bread, quite different from today's purchasing power. The 1 piso, 1985 coin was part of a broader effort to promote national pride. Each denomination in the series carried an image of an important plant or animal species, pairing it with a hero to symbolize the richness of both Philippine history and nature. 1985 1 piso remained in circulation until the BSP launched the BSP series in 1991, which replaced the Flora and Fauna designs with new ones. January 2, 1998, the BSP demonetized the Flora and Fauna coins, meaning they were no longer legal tender. However, they remain collectible today, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. Common circulated condition: low numismatic value, often 10 to 20 Philippine pesos for average worn coins. Uncirculated condition can fetch higher prices: Philippine peso 50 to 150, depending on mint state and rarity of strike. Proof or mint error coins, these can be more valuable, especially if they show doubling, MIS strikes, or off-center minting. Collectors often seek the 1985 issue because it is among the later years of the Flora and Fauna 1 piso before the redesign. The 19851 piso is more than just an old coin, it's a small piece of Philippine history. It represents the artistry of coin design during the Marcos era. 1 piso coin minted in 1985 came at a turbulent time in Philippine history. President Ferdinand Marcos had been in power for 2 decades, and the country was under heavy political strain. The assassination of opposition leader Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. in 1983 had intensified public dissent, leading to a period of uncertainty. The economy was struggling, and inflation was slowly eroding the value of the peso. 1983. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP, made the decision to retire the Ng Bagong Lipunan ABL coinage series, which had been closely tied to the Marcos era political slogan New Society. The replacement, the Flora and Fauna Series, was meant to focus less on politics and more on national pride, celebrating the Philippines' rich biodiversity, while still honoring national heroes. José Rizal, featured on the 1985 1 piso obverse, was not a new face in Philippine coinage. His image had appeared on multiple peso coins since the 1960s. By keeping Rizal on the largest base denomination coin, the BSP ensured that the country's most revered hero remained part of daily transactions. His presence reinforced ideals of education, patriotism, and reform. The reverse design featuring the coconut tree was more than aesthetic. In the 1980s, coconuts were a major export commodity for the Philippines, especially in the form of copra and coconut oil. The tree's versatility, providing food, drink, shelter, and raw materials, symbolized the resilience and resourcefulness of the Filipino people. The coin's copper-nickel composition was chosen for durability, but there was also an economic factor. Rising metal prices meant the BSP had to balance durability with cost efficiency. Copper-nickel alloys provided a silvery appearance while resisting corrosion in the Philippines. Humid climate. Back then, the 1 peso coin had substantial purchasing power. In Manila, 1 peso could pay for a short jeepney ride, buy a small serving of halo-halo, or get a pack of chewing gum. In rural areas, it could cover the price of fresh produce or a newspaper. It was truly a workhorse denomination, pairing a hero with a plant. The Flora and Fauna Series, visually tied together to major pillars of the Philippines' identity, its human legacy and its natural heritage. The 19851 PISO reinforced this connection every time it exchanged hand. While the coin looked impressive, the value of the peso was slowly declining. In the 1980s, the government faced debt crises, and the exchange rate against the US dollar weakened. This economic reality meant that coins like the 1 peso began to be used for smaller, everyday items rather than medium-value transactions. The BSP used modern coin presses, capable of high-speed production. Each 1985 1 peso blank was punched from copper-nickel sheets, then struck with dies engraved with the Rizal portrait and coconut design. Quality control was strict, but occasional mint errors still occurred. It's introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP in December 2011, and gradually released into circulation in 2012. This coin represented a significant modernization in Philippine currency, reflecting new designs, security features, and a move towards more durable and efficient coinage. The release of the 2012 coin. The Philippines used the BSP series coins, which had been in circulation since 1995. These earlier coins were heavier, had a different metallic composition, and carried designs that the BSP wanted to update to better represent the nation's symbols and heritage. By 2011, the BSP aimed to introduce a unified, modern coin series that would be more secure, cost-effective, and easier to recognize. The introduction of the new generation currency coin series, the NGC coins, were launched to coincide with the BSP's new banknote series, ensuring design harmony. The 1 peso 2012 coin was one of the first to be minted and distributed. It featured updated artwork, new fonts, and a fresh metallic finish that distinguished it from the older series. The obverse side of the 2012 1 peso coin prominently features José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. His portrait is sharper and more refined compared to previous versions. Other elements on the obverse include a large bold denomination 1 peso at the center, the wailing Vanda sanderiana, an orchid species native to the Philippines, known as the Queen of Philippine Flowers for its beauty and rarity. The scientific name of the plant printed below the image. Fine details in the floral illustration, emphasizing national biodiversity. 2012 1 peso coin is composed of nickel-plated steel, chosen for its durability and resistance to tarnish. The wailing orchid highlights the country's rich natural heritage and biodiversity. The use of both historical and natural symbols aimed to balance patriotism with environmental pride. 2012 1 peso coin entered everyday transactions quickly and became one of the most commonly used coins in the country for small purchases, public transportation fares, and market transactions. Its bright silver appearance and slightly smaller size compared to older coins helped it stand out in wallets and cash registers. When first released, the new design received mixed reactions. Many praised its modern look and the tribute to national symbols, while some criticized it for being too similar in size to other denominations, which could cause confusion. Over time, however, Filipinos became familiar with its distinct features. 2012 1 peso coin is generally common. Uncirculated or mint-condition pieces can be of interest to collectors, especially first-year issues of the NGC series. Coins with minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or incorrect Philippines, which was officially released by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP in December 2011 and fully circulated in the years following, including 2013. This series replaced the BSP coin series, issued from 1995 to 2017 for some denominations, with a modern, unified design that incorporated updated security features, lighter weight metals, and themes that showcase the country's rich history and natural heritage. Before 2011, the BSP noticed that the smaller denominations, especially centavo coins, were underused or often hoarded and melted for scrap because of rising metal prices. The new series aimed to reduce production costs by using cheaper metal alloys, modernize the national currency design, and promote national symbols. By 2013, the NGC coins were in full production, including the 10 Centimo, which had a fresh look compared to previous decades. Issues. The 10 Centimo 2013 coin featured a minimalist yet symbolic design, the denomination 10 Centimo prominently displayed. The official seal of the Bangko Sentral NG. Pilipinas updated in 2010 to a modern look. Smooth edges unlike earlier reeded designs of past coins. To make the coin cost-effective, the BSP used nickel-plated steel for the 10 Centimo. This metal was durable, rust-resistant, and less expensive than the copper-based alloys of older coins. The coin had a small diameter, around 17 millimeters, and was very lightweight, making it the smallest denomination in the NGC series. 2013. Inflation had significantly reduced the purchasing power of the 10 Centimo coin. It was primarily used for exact change in supermarkets, public transportation fare adjustments, and utility bill payments. Despite its limited buying power, the coin remained essential for accounting purposes and was legally required to be accepted as part of exact payments. The inclusion of the Kappa plant was part of the BSP's initiative to highlight native flora on lower denomination coins. This plant is known for its striking pink bracts and flowers, symbolizing beauty and natural pride. It also reflected the Philippines' commitment to biodiversity preservation, as the coin series featured native plants on smaller denominations and native fauna on higher coins. The year 2013 was significant for the BSP because it was in the early stages of completely transitioning to the NGC coin series. During this time, the mint faced challenges in public education about the new designs, as many Filipinos initially found the new coins too similar in color and size. While the 2013 10 Centimo is not rare in circulated condition, uncirculated and proof-like specimens are sought by collectors. These coins have value mainly for numismatic completeness, especially for those building full-year sets of the NGC series. Certain error coins from 2013, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can fetch higher prices in the collector's market.